Good morning. Nothing super huge today. We'll just kind of start wading through the stuff. The aggravated assaults, we had a few domestics, a couple of other people threatened, but no serious injuries with any of those. The burglary, we had a couple of houses, a couple of apartments, some garages that were entered. No arrests on any of those. The cardiac arrest was an unattended death. The disorderlies, a little bit of everything with there. A couple of people fighting, some trespassings, some phone calls in there as well. Nothing real serious. The embezzlement were cars that were loaned out, and a credit card was taken. Family offenses, basically those are all reports. A lot of protection order violations in there and some others. No contact violations, some other just reports. Forgery was a bad check. The frauds, we had most of those are ID thefts. We did have somebody that tried to pass a fake $100 bill. The clerk recognized it, kept the bill, and then the guy took off after that, so no arrests on that one.
You know where that was at?
That was...
That was an actual bill, you said?
well, it was a fake bill, but yeah. Let's see. This was at the Menards on South Shirley Avenue.
Gonna have like a movie fee money or just...
Well, it doesn't... It doesn't say that. This one had some Chinese writing on the back of it.
What time was that?
That was just about 6 p.m. on Saturday. Let's see, the larcenies, nothing real huge out of there. Quite a few unlocked cars, some shopliftings. We did have 6 different reports of catalytic converters stolen. And this seems to be kind of a growing trend that's happening. It's not just in Sioux Falls, but we've been dealing with this for quite a while. We actually, our property crime section put out a couple of Crime Stoppers last year about this. So we don't have any suspects. There's been a lot, especially recently, there's been a lot of vehicles that somebody's cut off the catalytic converter. And I guess what makes them so valuable is there's some precious metals or some semi-precious metals inside of it. So it's a quick, easy thing for people to do. They climb under the car, they know what they're looking for, they have some type of saw, cut off the catalytic converter, and away they go. So I don't think it takes very long to do that. Most of the people, if not all of them, once they start the car, they hear that it's loud, really loud. And so that's when they realize that it's been cut off. It's not really one specific area of Sioux Falls. It's everywhere. Sometimes it's residential, sometimes it's parking lots like stores, sometimes it's like I guess work vehicles, could be apartment parking lots as well. So it's happening all over the place. We haven't had any suspects, but if people see something, obviously we want them to call, and it's probably the big thing is be somebody crawling underneath of a car, because that's obviously not a normal thing, especially if it's not their car.
You said you had 6 different reports?
So just over the weekend we had 6 reports of that, yeah. But it's been going on. I mean, there's been a lot of reports in probably the last couple of months in Sioux Falls. I'd probably say there's at least 40 or 50 different reports that we've had just recently. So it seems to be on the uptick a little bit, and we just want to make people aware of it, and certainly keep an eye out if they see anything out of the ordinary to call police. Narcotics, nothing big from any of those. The rape and sex offenses, all of those are reports, no arrests on any of them. The simple assaults, most of those are domestics, nothing real big, nothing serious. The 4 unattended deaths, nothing suspicious with any of those. The weapons violations, most of those were cars that were damaged. Really nothing significant. The weapons violation, the first one, that was some gunshots that happened near 10th and Elmwood. And that was on Saturday, just about 11 p.m. That was in the 200 block of South Elmwood Avenue. So we heard the gunshots, and officers found a shell casing in the area, but didn't have any reports of damage or any injuries. So, and the last one was just a report, just investigation that detectives are working on. And that's all I have, unless you guys have anything.
Just one shell casing?
Just the one shell casing on that, yep, the gunshot call.
So people stealing those catalytic converters, is that connected to like unlocked cars at all, or not really?
No, because you don't have to have access to the inside of the car. They're literally just climbing underneath of the vehicle and
Okay.
yep, and then they're using some type of tool to cut the metal and then go away with the catalytic converter. So, and we've had reports, some people have contacted us, I'm guessing it's primarily victims, but have noticed that people are selling these catalytic converters on different websites. You know, there's no real guarantee that that person is the one that stole it. It certainly leads to some suspicion, but this is, it's really difficult to solve that type of crime because there's no serial numbers, there's no records that would tie one specific catalytic converter with, you know, a car. So it's not like there's any serial numbers or model numbers or anything on it. So to know conclusively that a catalytic converter that had been cut off belongs to this specific vehicle, we wouldn't have any way of knowing that. So it really makes it a lot more difficult to investigate these crimes, and so that's why we want people just to kind of keep an eye out, and if they see anybody, if they see somebody crawling under a car or tampering with a car, we would like them to call police. Anything else? All right, thank you.